Hi everyone, welcome back to part 23 of my TemTem playthrough. Last episode, I believe we were completing the quest for Tukma and we have almost done everything. I believe we are right next to where the entrance for Kisiva is. In today's episode, instead of moving on to Kisiva, we have one last episode of me just running around for the completion of short quests. I'm pretty excited for this as there are a couple of areas that were inaccessible in Dennis and I believe Nanga. We'll be able to cover some of them today. This is going to be a pretty short episode, so I hope you all enjoy this one. As far as I know, we have completed almost everything in Dennis. Since this is actually a new week, let me quickly go ahead and head back to Sci Park to see if there are any new TemTems. If not, we'll go ahead and make our way back. Other than the Sci Park, we really don't have any quest that is actually accessible with the hook and hopping over the islands. I believe we'll have a new location that's available once we are able to climb rocks, so we'll be coming back later for that. Right now it seems that we have our side cards much cheaper. Pretty nice. I think I'll go ahead and take this price. The last time one we did get around 28 side cards, but we did spend around 6,000 money, which is pretty high. After looking around, I was able to find the only TemTem that I had to catch. It's a curry. Now this TemTem I really didn't have to catch right now, considering that you'll be able to find it immediately in Kisiva. So if you feel like you're going to waste your money, just go ahead and ignore this TemTem. In my case, I just went ahead and caught this one for the sake of adding it to my box. This is actually a Earth TemTem and will evolve further into a Earth TemTem as well. So if you are planning on catching a Earth TemTem, definitely go ahead and add this one to your team, or a couple more that you will be able to find in Kisiva. After all, that whole region is made of smaller islands as well as deserts. Either way, now this one is actually at pretty high level. I'm surprised by this. I was not expecting these TemTems to be so high in level. I believe the TemTems that I got in Sci Park in last few episodes were also around level 50. I guess it means that I am a bit under level at this point. Either way, there we go. We have got it in the very first Sci card. Now that we have completed everything that is possible right here in Dennis, I think I'll make my way back to Nanga. I also decided not to speed up this episode, considering that we really don't have much to explore, and I'm just going to go ahead and complete some of these places. But here we are in Nanga. Let me quickly check out the map. Nothing to explore in Superior Amnesia other than a couple of side quests to complete. Let me go ahead and make my way there. Alright, here we are. Crossing over this bridge, we come up to a house. In this case, I really don't know what to call it, considering that it has multiple levels. But on the top level, we do have this lady who has given us the blueprint to give to the, I believe, smiths in Tukma. So we have done that, and in return we do get some money, which is pretty nice. That is the end of this quest as well. We had a quest where we have to trade a Yukama. Now that I've caught that TemTem, I'll be able to go ahead and trade it. We probably will be getting a Taifu in return, which is alright. I'm never going to use that TemTem, but I'll just go ahead and complete the quest itself. Before we go there, here's another house. I believe we had the writer who has been waiting for us. We have told her the story of Dennis and Nanga. Now it's time to tell her the story of Tukma. Yep, I have explored Tukma, and we're just gonna go ahead and say I nearly died in Corrupted Badlands. That's a badass story, so I'm just gonna say that. But the next place is to Kisiva, which is where we'll be going next in probably the upcoming episodes. But of course, in return for our help, she does give us a coat, right? Increases the wind power. Maybe I'll be able to equip it to Saku. Let's see. But that is on that quest right now. There are definitely a couple of places here in Superior Amnesia where I'll be able to go ahead and skip in. I mean, we definitely skipped a huge part of the map right here. I also had missed the sticker back when I was exploring Nanga. So I was able to go ahead and get it right now, which is pretty good. Moving forward, we also have to explore Ulterior Amnesia at some point. I mean, we have that small area right next to Anak volcano. Before we go there, let me quickly complete this trade that I just talked about before. Unfortunately, you do have to have the TemTem in your team. In my case, I did switch it in. There we go. We won't be able to get that TemTem back, so make sure that you do trade her one that you really are not planning to use. After all, Yukama is a pretty cool TemTem. It's quite powerful and a really good water type TemTem. In my case, I do have Saipat. Now, I haven't really been exploring much on the typings for these TemTems online, but recently got to know that Tentil does evolve into part mental and part water. So I'm in a bit of a pickle. I might have to switch out Saipat also, but I really do not want to switch it. So I might end up having 2 water type TemTems in my team. After making my way to Ulterior Amnesia, I was able to find this house. I'm really not sure what we're supposed to do here. I feel that this is one of those items. It's actually a club dojo, but it's something that is only accessible on a later stage once we do complete the main story. So for now, this is inaccessible, so I'm just going to go ahead and ignore it. I believe I've seen a dojo park back in Dennis as well. Either way, the next place is right here near Anak volcano. I believe this is right in front of it. There's this small patch of island where you'll be able to find a couple of fire TemTems that are actually evolved. So if you haven't added one to your team, or if you're finding some difficulty leveling up and evolving your own fire TemTems, go ahead and visit this island. It's pretty helpful. In my case, I'm just going to go ahead and try to find the newer TemTems. So first of all, we have Mastone. This is pretty helpful. I believe we'll be able to find its pre-evolution in Anak volcano. But if you are finding it a bit difficult to level it up, which I think it would have probably evolved by now, considering that you do catch it around level 19 or probably around level 20. But if it hasn't still evolved and you really do not want to invest your time in it, you can definitely go ahead and catch this one right here. As for the other TemTems, let me quickly run around. Hopefully I'll be able to find the other 2. Alright. There are also a couple of items you'll be able to find. So TemTems are not the only reason you have to visit this island. If you are looking for covering the whole game and want to kind of get all of the items that are available in this game, then definitely come here. Here's the second TemTem. It's actually Waller. I believe we'll be able to get a chance to catch Waller back in Tukma. But if you decided not to catch it over there in the mines, this is the next best place to find it. Either way, there should be 2 more that I'm still looking out for. Alright, after running around for around 2 to 3 more minutes, I was able to find Raisi, which is the second evolution for one of the fire TemTems called Raber. This one is pretty helpful. I believe it's one of the strongest fire TemTems that is out there, other than Antan, which I am using. In this case, you can definitely go ahead and add this one to your team if you haven't added Antan, and probably try using Shuin, which is a better crystal TemTem, but also is part water. Now I have to catch it. Hopefully I'll be able to catch it with the TemTems that I do own, or else I might have to find a Temporium to buy more. I actually really like re-exploring the islands that we have seen before, so this is actually super fun for me. I believe we'll be able to get another equipment pretty soon as well, which is the rock climbing equipment in Kisiba. Once we get that, I think it will be even more fun, considering that there are still a couple of places which are accessible only through that. Alright, here we are trying to catch Rayber, or Razy in this case, and we were able to catch it. Pretty good. Up next, we have Cyper. Now this is the last TemTem you'll be able to find in this region. Once again, I haven't really used any of these TemTems, so I really don't have the evolved forms. So let me quickly try and catch this one. This is also a really good leveling up for my team as well. Any amount of EXP at this point is really helpful. We have another dojo that's coming up pretty soon. I believe it's a part Earth type TemTem dojo. So I will have a bit of a struggle in that one. The only TemTems that do know water type moves are my starter and Saipat. So I think I will be struggling a bit for that. I was actually wondering why my starter was able to learn a water type move, but I kind of get it now. After all, it is going to evolve into one in its final evolution, so I guess it was kind of expected. I guess I have to do better research next time so I don't really end up having duplicates in typing, which is something I really don't like. The next thing I did was head back to Tukma. We have one more quest which had an update back in tennis. This is the sticker quest, and the old lady said us that we can actually talk to someone right here in Quetzal. Apparently it's this old man right here who is actually not ready to talk to us. Let's say that we found his friend and we're actually looking to restore our stickers. But, I guess we have to go back to the airship. The only thing that I really do not like when it comes to some of these subquests is how long they take to complete. I mean, some of these quests, they literally take you all the 5 regions. It's a bit annoying, but I guess I kind of get it at the long run. After all, you are making your player run around quite a lot. But of course, I'm trying to look at a person that I can actually talk to. I actually do not see any question marks. So I'm really not sure where I'm supposed to go. Now I did try looking around for it, but I wasn't able to figure it out. It does say that I have to find a middleman at Quetzal Airport Terminal. I'm actually not sure what to do about that quest, so I'm ignoring it. I'm actually right here in Corrupted Badlands, and I did end up right here on Sons of Crystal. The only time these monks will actually talk to you is once you accept the quest to come here. But once you do accept the quest, you do have to have a team full of only crystal TemTems to actually battle them. This one is a bit trickier, so I decided to go ahead and keep it aside. You will be able to find different air temples like this one. The main, I believe, functionality of these areas is to help you evolve your 2Y. If you are planning to use a 2Y and want to evolve it into a part crystal TemTem, then definitely go ahead and battle those monks over there. If not, I would definitely recommend keeping it aside until you do complete your main story. Now that most of the things are done, I think I have completed almost everything other than the stickers quest, which I'll keep aside. Please let me know if you have any idea on how to move further on that quest. I mean, it's quite puzzling. Either way, I decided to go ahead and at least reach the terminal where we are having a Temporium just before we enter Kisiba. To be honest, I really thought we had already crossed this point, but apparently I forgot the last part of this. So let me quickly go ahead and defeat these trainers to move on forward. I also decided to go ahead and fast forward this part of the video just because we just have a couple of battles and it makes it so much easier. But there we go. These are the TemTems we're facing. Around level 37 is pretty fine. After all, my TemTems are at level 52. I definitely want them to have level 55 for the next dojo. But it depends on the number of tamers we come across. Thankfully, I'm able to take most of these TemTems down because of Kazuma, even though I'm planning to not use it in my team. I mean, it's another duplicate because it has part wind type. But if it does keep up with my team, I think I might end up using it as well. It just depends on whether I really want to use a digital TemTem or not. After all, digital TemTems are quite the hype. And I feel like they are much stronger, so I might end up adding one to my team as well. Either way, we are almost there. I'm just looking around, making sure that I am not missing any trainers as well as stickers. As you might have seen, I did miss one sticker in Nanga, which I did take in this episode. I do not want that repeating again. Here we have another tamer. So this one has a level 53 TemTem, surprisingly. But I think we'll be able to take it down with Kazuma here. Once more, I do have to be a bit careful with Tentel. Once it does evolve, it will be 4 times weak to electric type moves, which is such a bad thing. I really need a earth type TemTem in my team at this point, but I am really not sure which one I'll add to my team. There we go. This one is down as well. We're doing pretty good progress. I think we're almost there as well. I'm planning to explore Kisiwa in the next episode or next couple of episodes. I have kind of recorded them. I think it takes around 4 episodes for us to completely explore Kisiwa. It's a pretty good storyline and we do get a lot of tamers. There we go, one last sticker before we enter a building. Now this is where we'll be, I believe, able to heal up our TemTems. Yep, here is the Temporium. Very helpful. We also have a quest right here. Let me quickly go ahead and accept that as well. But that is all I had for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed this one. After all, it was just me running around and completing some side quests. Although I must say my goal at the end of the day is to not only complete the main story but also the sub quests as well. Okay. So I guess he wants us to get him a specific TemTem. We can definitely go ahead and accept this one. Either way, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it really helps me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon or Ko-fi, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you all in the next one.